Look at this photo. Do you recognize this photo? Have you been here? Do you have an overwhelming urge to touch the objects in this photo? Rub your feet against the carpet, maybe? Dive into the couch? Gently caress the TV? Huh? What about this one? Or this one? Or how about this one? You wanna dip your feet into that water? You wanna strip down nude and do dirty things in that water, huh? Well, I do, and millions of other people do as well. All these photos I've shown you are liminal spaces. The concept of a liminal space is simple, not very complicated. Usually an empty space from the 90s to the 2010s, devoid of people. But the feeling that these images provoke in me, good God, I don't even know if I can explain it. It's like watching the last episode of the best TV show you've ever witnessed. I mean, yeah, I'm happy I was able to witness this TV show, but I'm also sad that I'll never be able to experience it for the first time like this ever again. I know I'll never get that moment back. These images, they remind me of the happiest moments of my life, but at the same time reminds me how I'm never going to be able to experience those moments again. Like being able to look at a photo of a loved one who's passed away, but knowing that you'll never be able to fully embrace them again. Like addictive pain. Well, today I'm making it my mission to create my own goddamn liminal photos and photograph these liminal spaces in the wild in their natural habitat. Now this might sound like a simple task. My friend, you are wrong. There are layers to a liminal photo. Rules that must be met. Rule number 1. The definition of liminal is relating to a transitional or initial stage of a process, occupying a position at or on both sides of a boundary threshold. Basically what this means is that a liminal space, for the most part, needs to take place in a transitional space, like a hallway. A hallway is just the space you walk in between the rooms you're going to. This is my backyard right here. Here's the grass, as you can see. This is the place I do stuff in. Now I need to get to my kitchen where I'm going to make breakfast. To do so, I must walk through a corridor. Right through the hallway, into my kitchen, right here. The reason the hallway is the transitional space is because you don't do anything in a hallway. But Alpha, most liminal spaces I see are gas stations and hotels, and so that doesn't make much sense, Alpha. Check yourself, because it does. Where do you think most people, when you were a kid, where you would go into a gas station, or go into a hotel, when you were on a road trip? That's right, my friend, when you were transitioning between your house to the place you were staying. So everything in between those two places is a transitional space for you, my friend. Rule number 2, the camera quality of these photos must be garbage. Complete and utter trash. You don't have to have trash quality, but garbage quality brings out the nostalgic feeling even more. So the worse the quality, the better. This was a hard step for me. I rummaged through my entire house trying to find the oldest, shittiest camera I could, and I thought I had found it. See this? This, my friend, is an iPhone 1, original, the first. When I found this, I thought jackpot. Nothing's gonna get worse than that. Then I took a couple photos. The quality is good. It's not even bad. It's actually okay. I was shocked. How could this be? But then I found this. Sony Handycam with a 9.2 megapixel still image recording. The iPhone 1 had a better quality photo than an actual camera that's at least a couple years younger. Think about this for a second. This does a ton of things. This is a jack of all trades. It does lots of stuff, but it also takes photos, and the photo is just a little side part that they added in. This is an actual camera. This is a genuine camera made to take video and recording, and it's younger by like several years. But it was exactly what I needed. The photos on this thing are complete garbage, and so is the video. So I have found my vessel. Rule number 3, the lighting in the photo must come from behind the camera, as if the lighting's coming from the camera's flash itself. Now, there's no flash on this camera, so I'm just using my iPhone light and I'm doing this. But it gives the same effect. At least half of all the liminal photos I saw was in a completely dark environment where the only light came from behind the camera. I think the horrible quality and horrible lighting give the feel of home, because it makes you feel like your dad could have taken the photo on a trip. The more professional, the worse. It's kind of like TikTok. All right, now the 4th rule will happen if you implement the first 3 rules. Nostalgia. Nostalgia, nostalgia, Now, at the end of this process, I'm going to test to see if I have succeeded, and I'm going to post all my photos to the Liminal Space subreddit on Reddit, and I'm going to see if anybody likes them, or if they provoke any nostalgia in people, and make people feel the same way I feel when I look at liminal photos. But yeah, it's time to execute, boys. It's windy as hell, so the audio is going to be complete shit. This is the first time I've been outside since the pandemic. I rate my chances of survival as an optimistic 65%. First liminal space I'll be taking pictures of? Bathrooms. It's one of the only liminal spaces that take place during the day. This one's tricky though, because in all the liminal space bathroom photos I see, there's always one thing off. Whether that be the toilet placement at the very corner of the room with nothing else around, or the lights strangely not being on, or an infinite regress of bathroom stalls. There's always one thing weird. There's some nice 80s music playing right now. Really fits the vibe. I don't know how I do this secretly. If somebody sees me taking pictures in the bathroom, they're gonna wonder what's going on. I look creepy. Okay. So, I reviewed the liminal photos I took yesterday. They're complete trash. I've never been more disappointed. As I was scrolling through the photos, it occurred to me, they're just toilets. There's nothing liminal about them. The one that really hit me was the one of the dark Starbucks bathroom, because I had taken an extra step just to turn the light off. I was flipping the light switch on and off in that Starbucks bathroom for at least 10 minutes, trying to get the right angle. Those employees never looked at me the same again. And for what? This? But I'm not giving up. No, this time I've come prepared. Big ass flashlight, ultra bright, thick with 3Ks. This thing's brighter than the sun. Watch this. This should be illegal. The idea is if the bathroom that I'm in isn't liminal enough, then I can just whip this thing out along with my different colored LED light shades and hopefully create a liminal experience. And I don't care. I don't care if people stare at me. I don't care if there are people in the photos. And I don't care if they report me for taking photos in the women's bathroom. They look nicer. That's not my fault. Oh yeah, look at this variety. They got Walgreens, Best Buy, Costco. They even got State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm.
I'm going to be an immovable object. No bathroom and no one is safe. So day 2 was a bust. Not only were the bathrooms trash, but I was also kicked out a couple times. Apparently it's not legal to record people in the bathroom. So yeah, I mean, after that I was too embarrassed to continue. So now it's time for plan B. Right now I'm at a park. You see this? Yeah, parks are big in liminality. I know I say this about literally everything. Parks seriously are big, especially playgrounds. Only issue is right now there's a lot of children at the playground, which would be the only spot that would be very liminal. And I don't want to look like a, you know, I don't want to look like a kid diddler. That's just too much for me. So I've got to wait for the parents and the children to leave. But in the meantime, are you kidding me? Oh dear God. Now 1 layer is respectable, or even 3 layers. But 8, the new COVID variant, is somewhere in this bathroom. The coast is clear. Those slides, they look like worms, like monsters. A little bit of red light should fit them well. Alright guys, to end off this segment, I'm going to give you a lesson in liminality. Take notes. Alright, now look at this photo. There is nothing happening in this photo. This is a 2 out of 10 in liminality. But there's 3 things you can add to every single liminal photo to bump up the liminality by at least 5 points. Number 1. Range/noise. Now this is the most basic one, but it really gets the job done. Me personally, I like to refer to this technique as making some noise. It's a bit of a controversial title for this technique. However, I think it fits perfectly because you are literally making noise in the image, making it feel more filled than it actually is. This bumps up the image in liminality from a 2 to a 4. This next technique will do a lot more. Change the color. Again, very basic step. Your nephew could think of this, but it gets the job done. Makes it feel otherworldly, like you've changed dimensions, like you're in the upside down. But this really only bumps it up another 2 points. We're at like a 7 now. But this next step is game changing. Adding a creature in the background. Now this is guaranteed to force everyone looking at this image to pop a liminal boner. No one is safe. This change is so drastic it's almost shocking to the naked eye. Like McDonald's ice cream machine actually working. Like a 30-year-old wearing Dream merch. I would even advise you not to show this to your grandparents or anyone over the age of 60. Strokes are very common amongst the elderly with this change. You don't expect it. It makes you question everything. Now with these 3 simple steps, I've officially taken this photo from a 2 out of 10 in liminality to a solid 8.5 out of 10 in liminality.
Suck his dick with a smile for hours.
actually day 3. Day 3 is going to be a little different than the last 2 days. Because day 3 is actually going to be about 9 days. Because I'm going on a road trip. Now, do you remember what I said about road trips? Transitioning between your house to the place you were staying. So everything in between those two places is a transitional space for you, my friend. Yeah, that's right. The entire thing between here and my destination is all a transitional space. This opens so many opportunities for me. Now, I'm going to meet my grandma. Just so happens my grandma lives in a state with lots of grass. This is good because I live in a desert and deserts are not liminal. All the liminal photos I see have grass and sidewalks and in suburban neighborhoods with wooden fences, and that's just not where I live. That is not Nevada. I didn't know if I was gonna do this because it's 9 days. It's a 9-day road trip. So that's another 9 days I'm not posting anything. You guys probably thought I abandoned you, but I haven't, all right? I'm still here. Daddy hasn't left remote just yet. I'm really committing to this video. I had no plans that it would last this long, but god damn it, I'm getting liminal photos. I will get liminal photos. Let's do this. I'm at the first hotel. All I can say is I'm glad I came here. Just look at this.
This is special. This is special.
Hotels are big in liminality. They might be the biggest category, actually. Now, this staircase is liminal, but look at this. Roof access. Now, this is something I've got to check out. No cameras, no sign. What? I might actually open this door right now. Damn it. It doesn't matter. This place is still super liminal. Is anyone else getting a liminal boner right now? Now, who would put the ice dispenser in the washer and dryer in the same room? My mom couldn't have picked a better hotel. I didn't even tell her I was doing a liminal video. I mean, look at this. Oh, I gotta stop before I climax. This gym is straight out of, I don't know, 1990, 2004. Gray, colorless machinery, old, beaten up yoga ball, nut sweat on the bench press machine. It doesn't get better than this. And here we are in present day. The results are in. I already posted the photos I saw fit to be liminal onto the liminal space subreddit, and they've already done as they have done. So here's what happened. First thing I did was I went through every single one of my photos. Yes, I looked for liminality in the raw photo itself, but I was also looking for ways to tweak the photo to make it more liminal. Now this process took me a couple hours, but when it was all said and done, I had decided which photos I would post onto the subreddit. And out of a grand total of 397 individual photographs, I found approximately three that I found fit to be liminal. I just dedicated 3 months of my life to do one thing and one thing only: take liminal photos. I went to haunted houses, I went to my grandma's, I went to at least 1,000 bathrooms, hotels, parks at night, Dillard's, and out of all of that, three of the photos were good, but not even the raw photo. No, it took hours of Photoshop to make these presentable. Let's start with the least promising, this one. Now the real photo doesn't actually look that different from the edited photo. All I did was tweak up the redness, add some grain, and then make the figure, you know, in the middle of the screen a little more ominous and seeable. In the end, I didn't think it was really that liminal. It just kind of creeped me out when I looked back on it. But even before I posted it, I wasn't expecting much from it, okay? Second most promising was one of the stairwells of a hotel that I stayed at. Now again, the raw photo, trash, garbage, nothing there. But I knew if I edited the little zero in on that sign and then put a little face in the window, oh, perfection. Now this one I had high hopes for, okay? This one meets all the requirements. It's a hotel stairwell, it's creepy, and technically it fits into the lore of the back rooms because of the level 0 sign. But the crown jewel, my friends, I even knew when I got done editing this photo it was good. I knew this photo was a banger. Infinity Suburban. Now, you might be like, whoa, Alpha, you did that? But you don't understand the improvement I made to this photo. I mean, it is like night and day. This is the real photo. Bland, sad. I mean, it almost looks black and white when compared to what I did. Just look at the improved one, and then look at the real one. For this photo, I bumped up my Photoshop skills from a 5 to a 7. I put my soul in that photo, but now it had come time to post them. Out of nearly 400 photos, I narrowed it down to 3 that were even slightly liminal. Every other photo was garbage, trash, especially the bathroom one, which is what I spent the most goddamn time on. So confident was not the word I would use when I posted these photos onto the subreddit. But I took a deep breath, put my feelings aside, and I posted the photo. But wait, what's that? 13, 3, and 5 upvotes in the first hour. Maybe these photos weren't as bad as I thought, but I'll give it some more time.
2 hours.
The house photo appears to still be gaining, with a now 21 upvotes. The rest of the photos, however, are falling into obscurity and have failed to really go past what they were 1 hour ago. There's a possibility this might be okay. 4th hour. What is this? The house photo is at the front page of the subreddit? Ranking 7th with 52 upvotes? Sweet Jesus, this might be going somewhere. Let's just calm down, okay? Hold our horses real quick. We don't want to get too excited. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. This could mean nothing. 5th hour! My God, it's at 100 upvotes now! And now it's 5th on the front page! It's almost certain to succeed at this point. There's no way anybody can miss it now. There's no way this can get any better. There's no way. What? Alpha Chad 69? Is that 69 karma? My prayers have been met! Yeah! Does planets have aligned? There's no way. There's no way this gets any better. Oh! 600! 600 upvotes! It's at the top of the subreddit! What? At this rate, it'll be at 1,000 by tomorrow! The little gods have heard! They have! I posted this photo 20 hours ago and it's already on its way to being ingrained in liminal culture forever! My work has paid off! Wait. What is this? Removed? What do you mean removed? Alpha Chad 69. Thank you for your submission. Unfortunately, it has been removed for violating the following rules. Oh dear. Oh, no. I must have unknowingly broken one of the rules. Oh my gosh, what have I done? What, did I not put the right flair? Did I make another unintentionally homophobic title? Please, not again. Rule 2, let's see this. What is this unbreakable rule 2 that I have unforeseeably broken? No off-topic or not safe for work content. What? Surely there's more. Yes, here we go. Alright, a liminal space is the time between the what was and the next. It is a place of transition, waiting, and not knowing. Liminal spaces where all transformation takes place. If we learn to wait and let it... what? Huh? So here's what makes no goddamn sense about this. So just by their own definition, liminal spaces need to be transitioning points. But they don't ever define what a transitioning point is. Their most popular posts of all time, with the most upvotes, is a bingo hall. Now you explain to me how a bingo hall is in any way a transitional space. It is physically and metaphorically not a transitional space and does not take place in the middle of anybody's life. Okay, if anything, you'll be playing bingo at the end of your life when you're 90. And if you keep going down, what you'll notice is that all of the popular posts are not, in their definition, liminal. It doesn't meet the requirement. This is a safe bunker for when nukes come. This is a fucking school. This is the goddamn Oval Office. What are you talking about? Not transitional. Not transitional. That's not transitional. He's not transitional. What do you say about him? Okay, that's not transitional. That's a meme, for God's sakes. Okay, so what's up? What's up, subreddit gods? Moderators? How many other great liminal photos have been taken down from this stupid subreddit? Okay, first of all, there never has actually ever been an absolute definition. There never has. All right, watch any liminal space video on YouTube. Nobody knows what it is because most of liminal spaces aren't even transitional space. That's why I said in the beginning of the video that it doesn't have to be a transitional space. Okay, literally the only actual requirement liminal photos need to follow, they need to invoke a sense of nostalgia in you. That's it. That's all, dude. I started this video with one goal. I wanted to spread my liminal love. I wanted to make people feel the same way I feel when I look at these liminal photos that remind me of better, happier times in my life. And when I finally get the chance to do it, when I finally, after months of work, succeed, the liminal gods smite my post down. And how dare they? How dare they pick and choose what is liminal and what's not? How dare they act as the gatekeepers of liminality? I went all over the country, explored the most obscure liminal spaces there were. If anyone has the right to define liminality, it's me. So here it is. Liminality is any photo that reminds you how it feels to be a child again. To have no stress, no responsibilities, no worries. A time when just existing was enough. You didn't have to prove yourself with degrees, scholarships, medals. None of that mattered. You were just happy to be alive. And that's what these photos should remind you of. A time before that all too familiar existential void creeped up into your life. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.